Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Cast TV. I'm Coach.
And I'm Mrs. Coach.
And the J. Cole fans have been patiently waiting and reminding us that we need to do more J. Cole.
Okay.
And since they've been so kind to us, as we have tried to adapt to a type of music that is not normally our thing, thought we would circle back and do some more J. Cole today.
Yeah, we've done a couple reactions.
Yeah, we've got 3 on the channel before we shoot this one. And this is a song called For Your Eyes Only. And we
like
are
James Bond.
Yeah, actually Coach is a big James Bond fan. And so For Your Eyes Only is of course a James Bond movie, and one that I like quite a bit. And so this will be it'll be interesting, and it's a long one. It's 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the lyric video that we're going to do. And we are going to do the lyrics so that we can kind of try to understand and just have patience with us because Lord knows this is way, way outside of our box.
Yeah.
So For Your Eyes Only coming up next.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah. For your eyes only. For your eyes. For your eyes only. For your eyes only. For your eyes. For your eyes only. Hey, niggas be dying on the daily. It seems my dreams faded for far too long. The consequences deadly. Can't visualize myself as nothing but a criminal. Control the block, serving up rocks and stay subliminal. Cause young niggas is hard-headed, they letting off. Full of adrenaline, ignorant to what death can cause. Ain't no coming back, family dressed in black. Plus it's hot now, the cops outside. It's hard to flip a pack. And my daughter gotta eat. Her mama be stressing me like I ain't the one who put them J's on her feet. Like I ain't out in the field like that. I might be low for the moment, but I will bounce back despite the charges. Back to the wall, I fight regardless, screaming fuck the law, my life is lawless. That's what you call it, ain't gotta be no psychic to see this is like the farthest thing from heaven. This is...
Well, that's deep.
Yeah,
From the very get-go, this one just punched you in the gut. I think... And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. It might just be the ones we've listened to, but I think that he does a lot of social commentary in his songs.
I think he's trying to get a very poignant message across to what's actually going on. Well, he has a unique way of doing it.
We did the last J. Cole that we did was Be Free from Letterman.
Yeah, we like that one.
And I actually made a comment in that I thought that he might be referring to, the interaction with police. And someone in the comments said that was what he was referencing, and it's referenced again here. Yeah. And quite frankly, guys, if people don't think that's an issue, they've got their head in the sand. Because that is absolutely an issue. And, we said in that video, but I think it bears repeating, that if you haven't lived someone else's life,
you really don't know.
You don't have a clue what they go through. We don't have a clue what they go through. Just like someone wouldn't have a clue, what our life is like. And it's everybody's life is different. But if you believe that some people don't have to face a stacked deck in life, you're just completely clueless, is all I've got to say.
Hell and I don't fuck the law, my life is lawless. That's what you call it, ain't gotta be no psychic to see this is like the farthest thing from heaven. This is hell and I don't mean that hyperbolic. I tried to find employment even if it's white but tallest, but these felonies be making life the hardest. Resisting the temptation to run up and swipe a wallet, or run up on your yard, snatch your daughter bike and pawn it. That's why I write this on it. If the pressure get too much for me to take, and I play this tape for my daughter and let her know my life is on it. Let her know my life is on it. For your eyes only.
For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand me? For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand me? For your eyes, do you understand?
song will hit you. If you hearing this, unfortunately means that I'm no longer with you. In the physical, not even sure if I believe in God, but because you still alive, it got me praying that the spiritual is real, so I can be a part of you still. My pops was killed too, so I know how part of you feels. Maybe you hate me, maybe you miss me, maybe you spite me. Life goes in cycles, maybe you'll date a nigga just like me, I hope not. I'm tired of dope spots and fiends that smoke rocks. I seen far too many niggas' hopes rot. I'm writing this because me and the devil had a dance. Now I see death around the corner, apologizing in advance. Don't know if I ever had a chance. At a glance, I'm a failure, addicted to pushing paraphernalia. But
wow,
this is deep.
It is, but he's making a point. People should not be judgmental. And that's what it is. You go through life, you look at somebody, and you already make a snap judgment. You just don't have a right to do that to anybody.
I think it's interesting how he's, and I'm sure the viewers can tell us. I don't know if he has a daughter or if he's just writing it, as just, again, a commentary. I'm not really sure. But, the fact that the character, at least, that's singing the song, whether it's him in real life or just his message he's trying to get across, is trying to tell his daughter why he did
what he did. So, he had to take care of him. I mean, sometimes that's just the way it is.
Chance. At a glance, I'm a failure, addicted to pushing paraphernalia. But daddy had dreams once, my eyes had a gleam once. Innocence disappeared by the age of 8 years. My pop shot up, drug related. Mama addicted, so granny raised me in projects where thugs was hanging. Blood was staining the concrete. Older niggas I love talk like they was above maintaining a timesheet. That's slow money, picked up the family business. By the age of 13, 6 years later was handed sentence. Round the same time as when you came in this world, me and your mama thinking, what the fuck we naming this girl? I told her Nina, the prettiest name that I could think of, for the prettiest thing my eyes had ever seen. I was 19, took me 2 felonies to see the trap this crooked ass system set for me. And now I fear it's too late for me to ever be the one to set examples that was never set for me. I'm living fast but not fast enough, cause karma keeps on catching up to me. And if my past becomes the death of me, I hope you understand.
For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand me? For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand me? For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand me? For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes.
Just one thing real quick. That I don't think I've said before, but, singing a song is one thing, but these very long, wordy verses that he's rapping, or I assume this is a rap. Yeah. We're kind of clueless on this whole genre, folks. But that takes a lot of focus, I think, a lot of talent to just be able to do that, because there's a lot of words.
Well, the music he's put behind it with the words. I mean, really, it stops and makes you think.
Well, yeah, I mean, this song is probably close to as long as 3 songs, and we're not even halfway through yet. And
that's what's happening.
There's
all
a story.
Over.
There is definitely a story here that's very interesting.
For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes.
In several ways I could've went out, too many to count. Was it the trigger happy crackers that the badges give clout? Was it the young niggas blasting frustrated cause the cash running out? Niggas don't know how to act in a drought. See, baby girl, I realize my definition of a real nigga was skewed. My views misshaped by new mixtapes that confirm the shit I learned in the streets was true. That real niggas don't speak when they beef with you. They just pull up on your street, let the heat hot you. And if a real nigga hungry, he gon' eat your food. I was a fool. Spent all my time ducking school, ducking cops, ducking rules, hugging blocks that don't love you. I pray you find a nigga with goals and point of views much broader than the corner. If not, it's gon' corner you into a box where your son don't even know his pops. And the cyclical nature of doing time continues. My worst fear is one day that you come home from school and see your father face while hearing about tragedy on news. I got the strangest feeling your daddy gon' gon' lose his life soon. And sadly, if you listening now, it must mean it's true. But maybe there's a chance that it's not. And this album remains locked in a hard drive like valuable jewels. And I can teach you this in person like I'm teaching you to tie your own shoes. I love you and I hope to God I don't lose you for your eyes on me.
Oh, wasn't expecting that.
Do you understand? For your eyes on me.
It's sad, but it's also very well written. J. Cole is surprising me. I mean, he is. He's surprising me.
It's telling facts about the way that life is slanted against
certain people. Yeah, people take for granted everyday normalities. There's some people who don't get that chance. They really don't.
Yeah, I was watching something, and it was a famous athlete. I don't remember if it was maybe LeBron or somebody. But they were talking about how that it's scary in America to just be pulled over for a traffic stop as a black person.
Mm-hmm.
And that should not be the case.
No.
But it is. And, you know, I would venture to argue that it's not entirely safe for anybody to be pulled over for a traffic stop in today's world. But the fact of the matter is that they have a lot to fear by people who, you know, they're let's be frank, folks. There are trigger happy police officers who are protected by the badge, just like he said. Mm-hmm. That thick blue line, they call it a thin blue line. It's not a thin blue line. It's very thick, and they can do no wrong, and they will always, always, always support their own, no matter what they do, no matter how bad it is. And it is just something that is very true, and it's very real, and it shouldn't be the case in America, and nobody will stand up and stop it. And it's ridiculous.
Well, like I've said before, you are just as guilty as the person who did it if you don't stand up and say that's not right.
Yep.
Children are born innocent. They're taught to grow up the way they grow up.
Yep.
We as adults are responsible. And I get this from J. Cole, is he's writing a letter to his child, you know, just explaining that he hopes she doesn't have to suffer the same consequences he did.
Yep.
It's really just, it's heartbreaking.
One day your daddy called me, told me he had a funny feeling. What he been dealing with lately, he wasn't telling. I tried to pick his brain, still he wasn't revealing. But I could feel the sense of panic in his voice and it was chilling. He said, Jermaine, I knew you since we was cheering. I never asked for nothing. When times was hard, I never had discussions with you, begging you to help me. I dealt with the repercussions of my actions. I know you tried to steer me away from that shit, but that shit was in my blood. You know my life, I know your mama, nigga, send my love. In case I never get a chance to speak again, I won't forget the weekend spent sleeping at your crib. That's the way I wish my family lived, but my granny crib was in the jacks. I had to interject like, nigga, what you talking about? Fuck is you getting at? He said, listen, I got no time to dive into descriptions, but I've been having premonitions. Just call it visions from the other side. I got a feeling I won't see tomorrow, like the time I'm living on is borrowed. With that said, the only thing I'm proud to say, I was a father. Write my story down, and if I pass, go play it for my daughter when she ready. And So I'm leaving you this record for your eyes only. Don't you ever scratch or disrespect it. This perspective is a real one. Another lost field, son. I dedicate these words to you and all the other children affected by the mass incarceration in this nation that sent your pops to prison when he needed education. Sometimes I think this segregation would have done us better, although I know that means that I would never be brought into this world, cause my daddy was so thrilled when he found him a white girl to take back to Jonesboro with Lil Zach and Cole Rail, barely 1 year old. Now it's 30 years later, making sure the story's told. Girl, your daddy was a real nigga, not cause he was cold, not because he was the first to get some pussy 12 years old, not because he used to come through in the caddy on some Vogues, not because he went from bagging up them grams to serving those. Now your daddy was a real nigga, not cause he was hard, not because he lived a life of crime and sat behind some bars, not because he screamed fuck the law, although that was true. Your daddy was a real nigga cause he loved you, for your eyes only.
Well, that was interesting.
Song is very humbling.
Sorry, guys. I just accidentally hit the stop recording. And it's recording again. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
I said that song is humbling.
Yep.
Very humbling.
Yeah, that
It's
song,
true. It's 100% true, but extremely humbling.
that was honestly, I wouldn't even call it a song. That was a story told to music.
Yes.
And it was a narrative, a strong narrative about the plight of folks in this country, who are people of color in this country. And, I was reading a statistic. This was probably a few years ago, and I may not be 100% accurate here, but it's pretty close. That the United States has roughly, at the time that this statistic came out, about 3% of the world's population, but had 24% of the world's prison population.
That's just so not good.
And folks, if you don't think that there's something wrong with that, it's not because the Americans are so much worse and so much more criminal than other nations. It's because our legal system here is broken. And the police are out of control. The legal system, the prosecutors, the judges, the police are all on the same payroll. And there's no oversight. The police investigate themselves. And they're allowed to say, well, we found no wrongdoing, even when it's on video that there's wrongdoing. And it's ridiculous what people in this country have to put up with from their own government. And this song is telling a story about that in a way that, I think people can relate to.
Yeah. I mean, just to listen to it is just, it's awe-inspiring, because I mean, you see young people dead all the time, and that's not okay. No matter how you are, those are somebody's child, they're somebody's brother, sister, whoever. It's not okay. I'm sorry.
Well, that was heavy, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, though. That was it was an interesting journey to go through that 8 minutes and change. And,
J. Cole is surprising. I mean, he is a very deep young man.
Well, I think that the language will run some people away, and there's other things that'll run people away. But if you just listen with an open mind. And I've said it on other videos, maybe not a J. Cole video, but, life is a lot better when you live it with an open mind. And
no judgment.
Yeah, so this was good. J. Cole fans, thank you so much. If you have others you'd like us to do, please drop it in the comments. Let us know your thoughts about this song. We would love to hear what the J. Cole fans feel about this and about our reaction to it.
Yeah.
And for now, just throw a thumbs up if you would on the video and subscribe to our channel.
Ring that bell.
And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Coach Cast TV.